Hi guys, it's Tracy in Australia with my latest project. So you can see this is a very large journal. The spine is 2.5 inches. I've made a detachable charm. The cover is made from chipboard and I've done a crackle of paint effect on it. There's a little nameplate there saying Charming Fragments and 2 hitch posts with lace and ribbon for the closures. Inside you can see the beautiful papers that make up this kit, which is actually a revamp of one of Daisy's original kits called Charming Fragments. This one has loads of paper and loads of ephemera, and as a consequence I've got a very large journal. So I'm not going to talk about each piece of ephemera like I usually do, just point out a few things as I go along. So I have made a few tags. There's some vintage music paper there. It still had the sticky tape on it, which I really liked because this is a very retro journal. This is one of the only papers that's not from the kit because I wanted a 12 by 12 to do that little flip out. You can also see that I've recently acquired some Tim Holtz paper dolls, which was very exciting. They're hard to come by here in Australia, and I've included some of those. So this is a manila tag that I've done myself, paper bag with a little bit of ephemera in it. There are white pages. All of the pages from the kit have been tea dyed, as has the ephemera, and inked up, but I have left some of the other pages white, just inked around them. So a couple of Kaisercraft very large cards there, which I've used quite a few times. This is a little thing that I did after seeing Carol Tinson do a similar thing. She uses very large glassine bag and then layers more bags and things on the front of it. So I had lots of fun doing that and really liked how it came out. So a little tuck spot there with a Kaisercraft card and one of Daisy's cards from her bingo set. This is the middle of the signature. I've made an envelope, stuck a piece of ephemera in there. That was a very large paper doily, and I've actually strengthened it by layering it with some baking paper. So there's a little Tim Holtz guy sitting on his little pocket and a couple of pieces of ephemera in there. So I have used quite a few manila tags in this. Some of them I've stamped, like that one, and some are not stamped. I was just really going with a very kind of retro 1950s sort of feel with this journal. So I've chosen the Tim Holtz people and the photos from Daisy's vintage children's set to reflect that. Had so much fun. This was actually, Charming Fragments was one of the first digital kits that I bought, and I still absolutely love it, and this retake of it is fantastic. Lots of pages, lots of ephemera. Really enjoyed working with it, and you'll see these pieces popping up everywhere in my work. So this is a page that I did. I layered a vintage dictionary page on it, a Tim Holtz person, and made a pocket as well. So plenty of space to write and put your own things here, even though it does contain a lot of ephemera. So a Kaisercraft card, and then one of Daisy's that I've mounted onto some craft card. I like the Kaisercraft cards because they were very big, so they would make awesome photo mats. So there are 3 signatures. This is the second one. They all have the same number of pages, which is 12 folded pages plus the paper bags, and a similar sort of setup in the way that the pages are arranged. But they all have different ephemera in them, and different photos, and different Tim Holtz people. So this is another page that is not part of the kit because I wanted to do multiple pockets. This cute little envelope is included in the kit, and then I stamped a tag to include. So again, a Kaisercraft large card. A really cute little girl on that flip out. That is one of Daisy's vintage children, from her vintage children set. Large manila tag that I've put one of Tim Holtz's paper dolls on, and those little tickets are not part of the kit, but they are from Daisy. Large envelope, can't get that out, not enough time. This is actually the second time that I've done this flip through. The first one took 18 minutes and this one is down to 10, which is why I can't talk about everything. So again, one of the layered pages with the glassine bag and a little lolly bag, and then some layering on the front. So there's a paper doily, some actual lace, and I've made the large tags that go in the back. Vintage music paper, little envelope from the kit. Again, the beautiful square doily in the center, and then some ephemera. Really pretty page, that one. I just did a bit of glitter on the bird. The little pocket on this page is part of the kit. And the flowers that I've used here to decorate that page and the little saying are also part of the kit. That's a Kaisercraft card, so you can see you could mount a photo on the front there and then write on the back, or just leave it as it is and write on the back. So one of Daisy's bingo cards from a set that she has in her store. Paper doily, layered some flowers from this kit. This one here, the dictionary page, those flowers are actually from another of Daisy's journal sets. Really love how she's collaged those papers. Gorgeous colours, gorgeous images. So a Kaisercraft card, and then one of Daisy's pieces of ephemera. And that's the end of the second signature, and this is the final one. So each signature is started with the same page because that was actually my favourite page, and with a layered music pocket at the beginning. So that's a Kaisercraft card. A little bit of a doily just to give something a bit different on that one, a card that I've made, and then a piece of Daisy's ephemera. So you could gesso those music pages if you felt that you wanted to write on them. So that was a card that I made by collaging some pieces that I had left over from fussy cutting. How cute is that little Tim Holtz guy? And then a card that I've stamped and a Kaisercraft card. I like to use Kaisercraft because it is an Aussie brand, and we do have Kaisercraft shops. So the little cup has a little Tim Holtz person in it. Then there's the lolly bag that I've resized, paper doily, some lace, and a card that I made by collaging. I guess it's a Franken card, except I don't sew. I've glued it onto a large manila tag. So I've made a tuck spot by putting a doily behind a fussy cut piece from the kit. On a Daisy's telegrams, I've used a set of those in this, and a Kaisercraft card. So all of the pieces that I've used from various sets in Daisy's store, I will list them in the description box below. But as I said, there is a very extensive ephemera set that you can purchase that goes with this kit. So this is one of my favorite tags, and I fussy cut an image from one of the pages and then put it onto the manila tag, and then pop two of Daisy's ephemera pieces in there. So little flowers from the kit, and then some tickets. one of the dictionary pages, a Tim Holtz person. This is one of the little envelopes that comes in the kit, and I've just stamped a scrap piece of paper and put it in there for some extra journaling space. Tag that I have made using offcuts from the kit, and a couple of other pieces of ephemera. The pocket itself is made from baking paper, and then I've layered some flowers onto that. So I just absolutely love this little guy and his little cast, so cute. An embossed card and a little ticket with a bulb pin there, and that's the end of the journal. So as I said, if you have any questions, because I did gallop through, please leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to you. So I hope you've enjoyed this journal. Go and check out Daisy's retake of Charming Fragments, because it's wonderful.